Well, hello and good evening. Welcome back to yet another late night live stream. Hope you're all doing good. I just had a pretty big practical exam today. Yeah, I think I did pretty well. So, a little bit of a stress off my shoulders there, although I have even more exams coming up, so yippee. But who wants to hear me whine, right? Because I know what you're here for. You're here for great Ace Attorney gameplay. Aren't you? I know you are. So, last time, we moved in with fucking Herlock Sholmes. He's our neighbor now. And, he's depressed. He's fucking depressed. Because he lost his violin. It got swapped. Wanting to die. Absolutely crazy line right there. Okay, well, we need to move out. Oh, look, Sasato. It's a dream come true. I'm sure it is for you. Okay, do we want to go to the pawnbrokery right away, or do we want to go to Baker Street first? Let's check out the street. Wow, the pawnbrokers is literally right here. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop. Ah, that's Windibank's, the pawnbrokery. Looks much smarter than a pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. Reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. Rest in peace, pen. You were a good one. That's it? On the street? Oh, there's this other side. 221B. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. 2 whole months. I still can't quite believe it. Never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. Dude, speaking of detectives, the Nintendo Direct today. New Eye the Somnium files revealed? We're so back? Peak is back? Kaname Date? My man, my boy? Everyone's hero? Is a protagonist again. I'm on that shit. I'm gonna be on that shit. Day one. You hear me? I'm hyped. You better be too. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I'll have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Okay. What else got shown at the Nintendo Direct? Metroid Prime? That looks sick. Fucking Tomodachi Life? Not that I ever played the first one, but I like seeing the funny clips of it. Of like people's random ass me's of real life people. Like Obama and Hatsune Miku. famous real-life person, Hatsune Miku. Wow, this location is very, very barren. Well, into the pawnbrokery we go. Huh. It's very full. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Sato-san, that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? So what I don't understand is, like, the idea of this for these people is to pawn off their stuff to get money, so they use that money to make more money just to buy the thing again to make a profit, right? Well, what's stopping the thing that they pawn off to get sold, like, to someone else, you know? Get the impression you enjoy places like this? Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. Dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. Oh my god, he's punching her. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, right in the face. Clearly, Mr. Sholmes, I mean, it's business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Winterbank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Hello, sir. Your whole face is a texture. Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? This secondary fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Winterbank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There was only one way to make amends. Oh, what the? Oh my god, I have to take my own life. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? Holy shit. This game got fucking dark. Out of nowhere. If I just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. Oh my god, it's his fault. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Phew. Wow, way to fucking emotionally manipulate someone. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Winterbank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items? Bunch of, Wilson stuff, I'm sure. In the extreme, ma'am, for example. The unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes or some such. Oh my! A new full-fledged novel? An unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean? Forgive me. Oh, wait, before you die, you must tell me more. This guy is... This guy's not okay. Dude, put that shit down. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sato-san is really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I shouldn't like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Winterbank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. 1 shilling. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Sherlock Holmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was it. As such, Mr. Holmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Holmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. I guess their definition of a pawnbroker is very different. They basically just use it as a safe. I guess the pawnbroker himself would just refuse to sell off the belongings to the different person. Of course, sir, of course. The safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. Yo, this is all very strange. You're gonna get yourself killed for that. Did I watch the Nintendo Direct? Hell yeah, I did. New Eye the Somnium Files? Dude. That's all I needed. Metroid's nice too. Rhythm Heaven. Yeah, I didn't even expect it to be a spin-off of Date. Not I3, but like a prequel maybe? In the trailer, Amame was there, so... I wonder, can I ask you something? Anyway, it's good to see you, Kupo. How you doing? Ah, gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that's Sable Stewart. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Dragon Quest I and Raidou. I've heard things about Raidou. I don't think I'm personally that interested in playing it. Never been a big Dragon Quest guy either. Well, wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Ah, but for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Oh, she's gonna make a business. She's selling that. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. He had ideas for Iris in the third game, but there's one big change. He's not the writer. Oh. I didn't know that. Only the director. Guess he was busy co-writing 100 Line, which I will also play. That demo is Demo is gas. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me, plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned.
What happens if they don't pay the money?
Then they sell it, and the items are offered for sale at my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then?
That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die this morning. Dude, you've been playing 2 RPGs? I can barely get myself to play 1 like all the way through at a reasonable pace. Technically, I guess I'm in the middle of playing Persona 3 Reload still and Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. But you know, I'm never gonna make progress on those games because Monster Hunter is taking all my time, dude. I can't put that game down. It's too good. Monster Hunter is too good. Let us not forget that I've already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Winterbank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank? What was that deep sigh about? Red-Handed Recorder? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. Every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Oh, this is going to be a crime scene. Yeah, I have an example I can show you. And my money's on this guy being the victim. One day you might get back into Monster Hunter. Dude, Monster Hunter Wilds, if you can run it, is probably by far the easiest Monster Hunter to get into. Highly recommend. Ah, yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. Basically a proto-security camera. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Every 30 minutes, though, couldn't you just enter between the 30-minute intervals? Yeah, Sasato knows. Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. Cruel indeed. I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You must graciously place not one but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? Dude, this guy is scamming his ass. My dear fellows, cringe. Cringe bots, get out of here. Oh, heaven help us. Oh, then Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ooh. Yeah, that's the right one, for sure. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winterbank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you tried to pop, Because if anything would happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. Chekhov's gun, huh? That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Winterbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. Dude, you really should not be saying that with a gun to your head.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last.
Exploring. Yes. A skull. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. No, I want to look at the skull. At least in the storage room, where Mr. Winterbank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There's but one key, and Mr. Winterbank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. Why do you know so much? How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I'm a detective, sir. It's my business to know what others do not. I'm frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder.
The prime suspect of this pawnbrokery is ever burgled. Oh, interesting. That enormous ledger on the counter there. Mr. Winterbank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. A revolver. Let's play a quick game of Russian roulette. Do not entertain him a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Winterbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with speed, belaying his portly size.
Oh, you don't mean he'd...
Quick draw, blow his brains out. Indeed, in recompense for his blunder. Oh.
Oh my, but in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it?
Yeah, I would never. Haha. Oh, for all this stuff on the walls, there really is not a lot to talk about. There's this thing, whatever it is. Give me a sec. All right, we are back.
Look at this. What could this lovely big shiny box be?
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while? How nice.
Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
Never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with one another, any music you care to imagine can be played. Gorogoa. Really short puzzle game. I need to look that up. It might be something like Gorogoa. Really short, you say? Ooh. Oh yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. This whole room just reminds me of an escape room or something. Speaking of escape rooms, the Somnium Files, the new ones, like, is it going to be more escape room based maybe? Because that's like the premise, right? I mean, I'm down for that. I love me some more Zero Escape. An escape phase, dude, that's sick. You know, we might not get any more Zero Escape, but I is good enough for me. This is people's heads zoom in and out. One thing turns into another thing. Trippy.
My goodness, what a simply delightful machine.
Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
Science, horse? What are we observing here?
What an assortment of things here. There are on the shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he's free to display it in a shop for sale at a price of his choosing. I guess this is like maybe the prototype version of the loaning system where you just borrow money without having to deposit anything. And if you don't pay up, they'll just take whatever you own anyway. Right? Like, just skip the step of having to have the guy store it. Just, you can have the loan sharks or the debt collectors steal your stuff, you know, if you don't pay up. Oh yes, now you've explained it, I'm noticing a little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform, never, it embodies my student spirit. Alright, well, for everything in this room, it seems that there's not really much to investigate. How about this side? What is this?
Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have two little windows we're looking through.
Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
A stereoscope? Fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. What? All right then, I'm going to try it.
Can we see her cross-eyed?
Mr. Naruto, you must see it once.
Oh, all right then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. What the? I'm sure this would hit a lot harder on the 3DS, where this was originally released. I don't believe it. Who is that girl? It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of death is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They're often found in little stores in the park. People often queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It's, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. I guess you would have to explain how depth perception works. How your two eyes and your brain interact. Oh. That or Sholmes just doesn't know, because he may be observant, he may be smart, but he's also kinda dumb. Let's be honest here. He's a little stupid in some places, and we love him for it. It's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? Very ornate. Yes, it's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. Perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. Bubble Forge mentioned? I bet she saw Iris and she was like, oh my god, she's just like me for real. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Plants? Cacti? What is this? Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. There's a small catch just here, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Ooh, what the hell is that? Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Oh, nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. Feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this somewhere. The stereoscope? What? Only 2 pence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. Yeah. The oracle is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. What? I thought that was a guy. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? Wait. Is this who I think it is?
I've seen all you need to see, young girl.
It's Gina. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Doing her cool pose.
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer and a quest amongst large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
Dig the fit.
Gordon Bennett, you lord.
She is cute. Oh, whoa. What's up with people with loaded weapons in this room today?
Hello, Miss Lestrade. Hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do ya?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So, what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Coming to pop that black weasel? Sorry, coat, have ya?
What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it?
Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. Would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Wait, okay, this is completely unrelated to this scene, but I'm thinking about the girl in that, like, stereoscope thing, the picture of that girl, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I thought she looked familiar. Wasn't she one of the jury members? Was it the maid? The maid jury member. Her face looked just like hers, and she had two little, I don't even know what called, pigtails? 2 braids. She had 2 braids, I think. But I don't think the girl in the picture had a maid costume or outfit.
You be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher.
And apparently she still has it.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes.
So, you have something of value to pawn, do you?
Let me see the article and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence.
He's really done it. He's gone.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Oh, it could be like a music thing.
Come on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
Sato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to.
Oh, whatever.
How could you say no to Sato? Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. Not a problem, is it?
No, not at all. It's just that, well, oh, I like how her hat animates. There's a bit of a stretch there, like squash and stretch.
I get it. I know what you're thinking. I think probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, did she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase.
Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines.
You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, I don't know how to best answer that, really. I suppose, sometimes.
So our suspicions were Correct. You're not going to deny either, Miss Lestrade? But not this time, all right? I swear, that thing belongs to me. Disc that Mr. Windenbank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. All right. A disc. Mr. Windenbank, what exactly is this metal disc Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Ah, this is a music disc, you see. For use inside a music box.
In a music box, so he knows it's a music disc.
What, you don't even know what a music box is?
You Eastern law ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, just never seen one of these discs before.
Small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There's so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I've no way of knowing which particular the machine this disc was made for.
Ah, I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm offering more than I should a penny.
That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc is worth good money. I know it is.
Well, then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
Ah. Gina Lestrade.
She's been in before, of course. This little tattered Damalian.
A little what now? I see.
I brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc you brought in today?
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
A what? Ah, a storage ticket. So, Mr. Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A guy like me has a lot of stuff that needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious.
Girl like you, huh? The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what's the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windenbank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am.
Jacket?
It's an overcoat she redeemed.
Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. Oh, is my mic too loud? It might be too loud. Don't know why my XLR interface keeps resetting. So what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
Oh, the disc is something else. A new article coupon if the girl and I can agree a price.
I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. Oh, she did both.
It's really quite simple.
You turned it down because you wanted to see a Nintendo Direct react? Fair enough.
Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, the money he owned on it, you say?
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it.
That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean... pockets?
What?
Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
She immediately tried to pawn it. Quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. Just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Mr. Strahd, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. Doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man, it's me old man's, ain't it? Is it Mrs. Strahd? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please. Who's this? Hello? Who are you? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Zappelli? What is this fucking Zappelli ass top hat? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl. The hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious I ain't done talking with him yet? If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, are you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the face of your victim, as it seems. What? You mean I... From you? Ex-WWE wrestler react? That's crazy. Broker?
Oh, yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes,
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my! Oh. No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. Needless to say. Any music box discs, too. Okay, this guy is, for sure, Zappelli. He's got that JoJo pose going on. What's up with people in this game and doing, like, funky poses? No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. No, it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Right. We don't even know the guy's name. Mrs. Strahd, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear my life. I never laid eyes on that dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? Took you brought it here just now?
No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street minding my own business. This little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. You know, maybe if you dressed a little more modestly, a little more humbly, you You wouldn't attract those pickpockets back to pack, now would you? Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. Impeccable, indeed. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one. Sorry, but no one's going to believe you. I'll believe you, Gina. That's what I do. But what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? You what, mate? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed it actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Winterbank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look at the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant. Very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh, excuse me. I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. Wait, why? But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their I cannot talk. Anonymity. Yes. I don't know why, like, saying anonymity in that voice gave me so much trouble. I see, but how can you know if an article belongs to the person you're asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? The watchword? Of course, it's... Strike a pose. Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword. Interesting. A password, basically. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Winterbank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Oh, he's still there. He's just staring inside that. Okay. Detectives have no dark secrets, not at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. Date of deposit, description, and watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. If someone tries to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. Okay, but Gina also had the watchword. Which is why she got the coat back. That's right, yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. I've supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Where's Sholmes? Where'd he go? So what do we do now? Present? We don't have anything to present. So talk to you. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. New pose? Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. Curry? You might be thinking of somewhere else. What was that theatrical gesticulation about? Bro gesticulated all over the place. Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susanoo Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. What? Eggert Benedict? This guy can't be serious. Why is he saying it like this? Yes, my name is Benedict. Yes, that's definitely my name. Eggert. The fuck kind of name is Eggert? Enchante? The name is suspicious. It really is. New pose? My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every movie he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Huh? There's his coat. Thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. There's an Egbert. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. The contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. Of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one. I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear, I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. You like Langrisser Mobile. Is Langrisser like the one series that's kind of like Fire Emblem? Alright, one sec. Alright. I'm back for now, but I don't think I can last for much longer. I can feel a crash out coming in a short bit. Because guess who woke up at 6:30 a.m. today to get to my freaking exam on time? Yeah, this guy. And for frame of reference, right now it's almost midnight? Well, it's midnight exactly. Yeah. Been awake for too long. So, short stream tonight. We'll keep going right now, though. Langrisser's like Fire Emblem. Very well. Ooh, hit it. And I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Ah! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, all right? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Oi, you have it. But me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you better keep hold of it. Are we gonna do another civil dispute? Why is this disc so important to her? You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. I don't trust that man. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are liars. What do I do now? How am I gonna resolve this? Yeah. I meant to click on Gina. Wow, Miss Lestrada's really looking daggers at the mysterious gentleman. Do something. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Clearly at a loss here. Do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Go beat this guy up. Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. Let's do something quickly. Okay. Like what? The hell are we going to do? Oh, hey. Look who it is. Mr. Sholmes. Just who we needed. What are you examining with such keen interest there? Enjoying a bar of, as you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind. I was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. This guy is such a theater kid. Still feigning mock interest, I pretend to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Sholmes is caramel? He has his own caramel? Pray,
You claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I heard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You so me, for real. You really were sad, weren't you? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem... Oops. That my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us. Oh, are we gonna do one of these again? You've solved the entire case once again? Grand observation time? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help resolve the situation between Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Leave it. Yeah, fuck this guy. No. Well, we'll listen to it. Actually... Okay, we'll do the funny thing. I don't know. If Mr. Sholmes starts on one of his wild, rambling deductions now, just fan the flames of this argument, I think it would be sensible to try something else. Naruhodo, what are you saying? I mean, I'm gonna have to correct him anyway. The great detective has made one of his great deductions. He's sure to cut straight to the heart of the matter. That's what I'm worried about. We don't need any more cuts around here. Dear me, you seem decidedly agitated. Clearly, I shall have to take the reins. Yes, please do, Mr. Sholmes. It looks like we're to hear this deduction, whether I like it or not. Here we go. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. The way he fucking falls over. Alright, Mr. Egbert Benedict. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Egbert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. First is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. Considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate, with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? He's turned white as a hard-boiled egg. As if he wasn't already. Eggman. See, once again, Mr. Sholmes has made it flawless deduction. Flawless, we'll see about that. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? Time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Here we fucking go. The game is afoot. Absolute Cinema is back. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into the pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption tickets stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place? It's a staff recruitment flyer. What? The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch in your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. AG. It says AG, not EB. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. What?
How could you miss the most obvious detail?
End of any walking cane will be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, the detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod, that which you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself.
Reading is hard, guys.
Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear?
Yeah, show rod. What's in your rod, buddy?
The handle, which you infinitely would like to conceal, is a key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. No, that rod. Shovel? The broken handle of a shovel. Are you insane?
Yes, he is.
Now, having determined the undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here. Was to take employment of this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What?
What is bro cooking? He burnt the entire kitchen down. It's a tunnel.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have been planning. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbroker with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I can expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Say, for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. Oh. Let's consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter, which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. The letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, his madness has entered the sewers now, has it?
For those in very close proximity to the next vault target of the financial institution opposite. You devise a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery. Master plan? Alright. What plunder? I consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago. I happen to know the answer. I had no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you quite lost me. The government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Oh, pardon? The theft of that which sits in the vault of the bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Huh. Steal the Great Exhibition's reserve funds. Bro is not cooking. It's fucking raw. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruto, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked up with loneliness, would you not agree? Alright, we'll continue this next time. I feel the crash out coming soon. Alright, gotta double save. You never know. Alright, folks. I am really tired. So, I'll end it here. Sorry about the short stream. Not really much I can do. I woke up really early today. So, thanks for understanding. Bye, Kupo. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to have you. All right. Well, everyone else, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed tonight's, albeit short stream. We'll be back on Sunday, usual time. So please look forward to it. But until then, have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and be well.